Police are questioning entertainers Sean Puffy Combs and Jennifer Lopez following a shooting at a nightclub.
I had nothing to do with a shooting in this club.
Puff couldn't handle going to jail. Every man for himself.
This is someone who destroyed my life.
What began as a night filled with glitz and glamour quickly turned deadly. And the truth behind what really happened inside that New York nightclub, it's far darker than anyone could have imagined.
The weapon allegedly was found in a car in which Combs, actress-singer Jennifer Lopez, and two others were riding.
Secrets, lies, and shocking accusations now threaten to unravel one of hip-hop's most explosive scandals.
New York witnesses have begun taking the stand in the trial of rap star Sean Puffy Combs.
What really happened that night? Let's peel back the layers of mystery.
Boy protege Mose served nearly a decade in prison for a 1999 nightclub shooting in New York, where 3 people were injured. Diddy attended a party at the club with his then-girlfriend Jennifer Lopez and had also been arrested and accused of being involved in the shooting. However, during his trial, he said he fired the gun in self-defense and was acquitted of all charges. J-Lo was also arrested at the scene, was held for about 14 hours, but was released without being charged. Moses, who is now the leader of the opposition in the Belize House of Representatives, claims he took the fall for Diddy and is now reflecting on his incarceration, calling Diddy someone who, quote, destroyed my life.
Shine's time with Bad Boy Records marked one of the darkest chapters of his life. It all began after a party in December 1999, deep in the heart of New York City. The night ended in gunfire. 3 people were seriously injured in a nightclub.
18-year-old kid, just wanting to do nothing other than make my mother proud and make Belize proud and do what all of us want to do, be recognized for our talent and take over the world.
Diddy, Jennifer Lopez, and Shine found themselves at the center of the chaos. For reasons still unclear, all the blame fell on Shine. Witnesses say he pulled out a firearm and fired into the air, sending the crowd into a panic.
Shooting. Actress-singer Jennifer Lopez, who was in the Navigator when it was stopped by police. An officer testified that everyone in the SUV was ordered to put their hands on the vehicle, but Lopez walked away, saying she was going home. As she was being detained, a gun was discovered in the vehicle. At that point, a sergeant on the scene ordered everyone who was in the vehicle under arrest. The officer quotes Lopez as saying, "It's not my gun."
Diddy and Jennifer Lopez fled the scene, triggering a dramatic police chase across New York. When officers stopped their vehicle, they discovered a stolen gun. One of the injured victims, Natania Rubin, has long claimed it was Diddy who pulled the trigger. She recently reaffirmed that statement. Both Diddy and Lopez were arrested and charged in connection with the incident.
Ms. Lopez was dismissed is because if you or I went into a car and sat in the back seat and a gun was found in the front, all cases would be dismissed.
Rap star Sean Puffy Combs is free on bail after he and his girlfriend, entertainer Jennifer Lopez, were arrested after a nightclub shooting in New York City.
On Sunday evening, I went to Club New York, and under no circumstances whatsoever did I have anything.
However, the charges against Jennifer Lopez were quickly dropped.
To you all face to face, I had nothing to do with a shooting that night in a nightclub. I do not own a gun, nor did I possess a gun that night.
And I ask you this respectfully, just because I think people at home might be wondering, and I've never been shot, I can't imagine what that's like, but in the chaos of that moment, and it's a club and there's people all around, how can you be sure that it was actually P. Diddy?
Because I was standing by the front door, I watched the entire thing out. I had no reason to believe that it would escalate to a shooting. It was just male machismo and bravado at first. A lot of pushing and shoving, raised voices, hands, but then I saw them reach in their waist and draw from their hip. And I instantly turned to my friends and told them, be careful, watch out. And when I turned back, I know, and I've said it over and over, I've heard the voice of God, that you are about to be calm down. And as I said no, I looked straight forward ahead and I watched the muzzle flash from both of their guns and I felt the impact to my face instantly.
Wow.
There's no doubt in my mind who shot her.
Now, how you feel about her coming out now saying that, you know, Diddy, he shot her and not Sean? How you feel about that?
Well, the way I feel about that, the case is closed, bro. It can't be no double jeopardy. It can't be no retrial because they already had a trial and a man was convicted for her injuries. A man already did time for her injuries. If they would have to go back and see that if there was ballistic tests done on Jennifer Lopez, on Puffy, God bless the dead, on Wolf, did they do ballistic tests? And then see if they did ballistic tests and Puff had gunpowder on him, you know what I'm saying? Why didn't the police go through with charging him? Why didn't the police charge him? She could say that now, and she said that I don't take nothing from the victim. I don't take nothing from the victim, but her lawyer should have advocated. I know Puff and Sean, they had the same charges, but like I said before, and like Sean said this also, because it's true. Puff had witnesses that come in to testify against Sean and say they saw Sean do the shooting. So her making those statements now.
Some witnesses also
While Shine's attempted murder charges were later dismissed, he was still convicted of assault and illegal weapon possession. He received a 10-year prison sentence, a punishment he described as pure torture. Meanwhile, several witnesses came forward, claiming that Diddy was the one who brought the gun to the club. He has consistently denied those allegations.
He now appears to be focusing on the gun possession and bribery charges against Sean Puffy Combs. This afternoon, jurors sent the judge 2 notes, one of which asked for a transcript of a phone message Combs left Wardell Fenderson, once his driver, now the prosecution's star witness. During the trial, Fenderson testified that Combs was armed the night of the shooting at Club New York, and later pressured him to claim ownership of a pistol police found when they pulled over Combs' Lincoln Navigator as it fled the shooting.
And I just want to make you feel like comfortable, you know what I'm saying? Make your family feel comfortable.
What exactly Combs meant by that is in dispute, but the prosecution claims the rapper offered Fenderson $50,000 or a diamond ring to take the
There were also reports that Diddy paid his driver $50,000 to take the fall for the gun charges.
There's a narrative that still exists that you knowingly took the fall for Sean Combs.
Taking the fall means not snitching, not getting your friends in trouble. Even today, I wouldn't want to do anything to get anyone in trouble.
So did anyone come to you and say, hey man, we need you to take this hit for Diddy?
No, I did that out of honor and integrity. I'm 46 years old, so I've been humbled by life. There was a time where people wanted to tell the victim story. People wanted to tell the, I hate Diddy's story, or I hate this person's story, or everyone's to blame for where I'm at in life story. And I didn't want to tell that story. I came from Belize when I was 8 years old in Brooklyn. I had, gotten into some trouble as a youth and almost got killed, and promised to my mom was I'd stay out of trouble and I'd just be legit. And so my mom was a single mom. I had to help her pay the bills. I had to take care of myself.
Was Diddy a good coach?
He was an extraordinary coach. He was able to bring the best out of me.
In a radio interview, Shine later explained why he was armed that night. He'd been shot just a month before. He believed carrying a gun that night may have saved lives. Still, his relationship with Diddy was permanently destroyed.
People was coming to Bad Boy Security, Paul and other people, and said that they were there. So they were giving them the DA's and the lawyer's card and tell them to go make a statement. And some of those people who were making statements, they was making statements against Sean. Yo, bro, listen to me. Y'all hearing it from me, but Sean said it himself in his interview. You supposed to be my brother, and you got people testifying against me. Those people were testifying, they were brought to Puff first, saying that what they saw against Sean and what they saw Sean do. The DA didn't even know those people existed.
I was defending him, and he turned around and called witnesses to testify against me, and
In the end, Shine served nearly 9 years for assault, weapons possession, and reckless endangerment. He claimed he accepted the sentence to protect himself. But the full truth began to surface just days later, thanks to revelations from Diddy's former bodyguard, Gene Deal. Shine's story exposes a grim underbelly of the bad boy empire, where loyalty can turn into betrayal, and survival often comes at a devastating cost. This is just one chapter in the Diddy saga. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's coming next.